Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time, of course, for us to start a very important show right here. And today we got something super special for you. I am David Squeeze Annakie, and this is a special edition of Cruising with the Case Handler. We will be doing in its entirety nothing but immigration, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the show, right here on 93.5 WVIP FM, and also, of course, on Facebook. We must remind you, of course, that this is brought to you by the law firm Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, a firm that has multiple departments, multiple capacities. We focus on personal injury and immigration when we're doing this show, but they do have other departments such as real estate, criminal defense, family law, and much more. Today's show is a special edition of Cruising with a Case Handler. We're calling it the Immigration Link. Is it me or I'm not bright enough here on my screen. Let me just try to fix this right here, get some more light here. See that I'm the darkest one here on the show. You got to make sure I'm a little bit brighter. See, guys, I told you it's going to be a black man. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here, and we have attorneys that's right here with me. I mean, they all have nicknames. All right, so let me just run them down. But before we do that, I want to remind you all, it's now time to join us on Facebook if you'd like to place your questions on Facebook. Of course, my colleagues in the marketing department, Tracy Spence and Alyssa Williams is actually making sure they've got the WhatsApp group going so you can place your questions in that. But I swear to God, and I don't like swearing that much, that I do, ladies and gentlemen, have the best immigration attorneys here that I have ever spoken with in my life. And I say that without any apology, okay? It's the truth. And it's because I have people with such deep professionalism, people with so much depth, so much experience. I mean, people like the general. I mean, it's unbelievable, So I want to welcome each and every one to the show, all right here on Cruising with the Case Handler, a special edition called the Immigration Link. I want to welcome, let's welcome Nelson Madrid first. How you doing today, man?
Good. I was on a hiatus.
Yeah, I noticed that. What happened to you yesterday?
Busy. Well, actually, yesterday there was miscommunication. I was under the impression that that the whole show would be dedicated to personal injury. I was obviously wrong, but I'm here today.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'm trying to get some light on my face here by closing the blinds. Okay, Conrad is laughing his asphalt off over there. That's okay. I'll get him back one of these days, maybe this show. But anyway, Nelson, listen, thanks for being the maverick, man. And thanks for being so expeditious when dealing with the consultations. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice that you just heard is Nelson Madrid. We call him a maverick because he's so good at what it is that he does, man. I mean, hands down, is the greatest guy out there when it comes with immigration and dealing with you in a very blunt way. He doesn't beat around the bush, kiss around the edges I can use some other analogies. He's very straightforward. So anybody who wants a straight answer when it comes to immigration, you see the maverick at PPID. He will be very straight with you. No BS, no bull crap. He's going to get straight to the point with you. So this way, people come to people, Nelson, Conrad, and Alan, people come to the attorneys and they expect the attorneys to give them the answer that they want. That's what they expect. So when you don't give that answer that they want, some of them tend to want to go elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no need. And that's the reason why PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico will not take on a case unless that they know that they truly can help you. So you call Nelson right now, especially if you have ever had a run-in with law and you're seeking immigration benefits or any reason for immigration at 844-774-3529. If you call now, you'll get a 100% free phone consultation. That's 844-774-3529. And of course, Nelson Madrid, the attorney that we call Maverick, loves working with this man that we call the General. That's Alan E.K. Now, I know he's got a lot to say, but I just want to introduce him. I want to introduce everyone, and then we'll get to him with the immigration update / news. Now, Alan E.K., ladies and gentlemen, we joke about it all the time that he's got like 90 years of experience, but it's no joke. He has well over 60 years of experience in the capacity of immigration And he's one man that I've never met anyone like him. He has this connection, okay, with people at the Department of Homeland Security, at immigration, that he can email, reach out, to communicate with. God forbid something needs to be a little bit more expeditious. And Alan, how you doing today, man? And welcome, Mr. General.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, it's good to have you on the show again. I haven't seen your face in a while. How you been?
In a week, yes.
In a week. There you go. Well, it's good to have you back, man. Great, always great to have you on the show. You humble people like me when you speak, man. So I've got to just chill when you speak, you know. So I'm gonna let you speak in a few minutes, though. But all is well otherwise, right?
Everything is good.
All right, great. All right, now, of course, the man who is the managing partner, the man at the helm, the man who, make sure that he hires nothing but the best people, of course, when it comes to the attorneys and more at his firm, Conrad Pollack. We call him the Maestro. You may have heard him opening up with the keyboards there. He's also a pianist. I guess that's what they call it, right? A pianist. Okay. How you doing?
Yes. Oh, I'm doing well. I wouldn't call myself a pianist just yet, but I do like to play.
Okay. Well, that's good, man. We notice you're very fond of it. You know, welcome to the Immigration Link, Conrad. Okay, we've got the entire show to speak on immigration. How are you doing? Anything you'd like to say before we have Alan EK speaks while the calls and the questions coming to 844-777-529?
No, I'm good. You know, I find that having a hobby, like a musician, like a musical instrument, or gardening, or doing a crossword puzzle, or whatever tickles your fancy, you know, it takes your mind off of the daily struggles, and in my case takes my mind off of politics and all the crazy stuff going on. So it's a good I find it to be a very good escape. Plus they say learning a language, I already know a language, but learning a language, learning a learning instrument, doing a lot of mathematical equations helps to stave off dementia, right, Alan?
Absolutely.
So there you have it.
So, you know, it's a good, I've been playing now for, I don't know, about 7 years. And I think it has staved off early Alzheimer's on my part for the most part. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I guess
Anyway,
start learning a language and start playing instruments. I mean,
it keeps your brain functioning, you know, and there are studies really that do show that doing those types of things and really using your brain and really does help to keep you moving. And that's, you know, that's something I believe in. But anyway, as far as the immigration frontier, we have some good news this week. I don't want to steal Alan's thunder. I'll let him get into the details, but there were some federal court cases, one in particular that they issued a temporary restraining order against the public charge rule, basically saying during the pandemic.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to steal Alan's thunder.
Yeah, well,
but you're stealing it. But you're stealing it.
Go right ahead.
let's bring in Alan.
Well, I'm just giving the headline, nothing more. The 944 form is still required, but the public charge rule is on hold. And if Biden should win in November, it'll probably be on hold forever. So let's everybody get out there and vote for Joe Biden in November. But anyway, Alan, take it away. I don't want to say any more.
Okay, it's kind of interesting because I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I wasn't sure we were going to devote the whole program to immigration, so it works out very nicely. And Squeeze talked about contacting the government, and as soon as we get off this call, I have to call JFK to talk to somebody at CBP, Customs and Border Protection, about a case that we're working on. So that's my next call after the program is over. Okay, let's talk about the court case. There are two nationwide injunctions that were issued by the federal court in New York. One of the injunctions stopped immigration from implementing their public charge rule. And that's the 944 form that has to go in with your application, with many of your applications, including adjustment of status. The second nationwide injunction applied to the State Department, because the State Department has its own public charge rules, and you have to show proof of health, private health insurance, and public charge. And so that's going to be on hold also. So the good thing is that people going for interviews at American consulates. And in many cases, won't have to show health insurance, won't have to deal with public charge. And the same thing with immigration. Now, the only problem is this, that some of my colleagues, when they saw this court case, they were literally, the paralegals were dancing in the aisles saying, oh, we don't have to do this public charge stuff. The only problem is that it's a district court case, federal district court. Immigration could be appealing it. It could go to the Supreme Court. So the question is, do we put in the 944 anyway? Because who knows what's going to happen. If you're filing for adjustment of status, your interview won't be for a year, maybe. So it's a question that immigration lawyers are struggling with. Yes, the federal court has put a hold on it, but immigration may appeal, may go to the Supreme Court. So that's one thing we have to decide what to do as lawyers. Should we do the 944 or not? And by the time you have an interview, it may have gone to the Circuit Court of Appeals. It may have gone to Supreme Court. So Conrad and Nelson, what do you guys think about, should we now in new cases be doing a 944 or not? Just wanted to get your opinion.
Absolutely. I think you definitely have to file the I-944 because immigration is obviously kicking back applications. They're looking for any reason to kick back an application. Also, because there's a lawsuit, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to prevail. So I believe you want to err on the side of caution and have everything ready. So, you know, obviously there's no delays with your case.
Which is
And also, this is the second, this TRO that was just issued by the court this week. This is the second time this has happened. The public charge rule was actually implemented last year, in the last August, last September, I don't remember exactly. And then there was a federal court case, and there was a TRO that was issued, and then the Supreme Court reversed it, and the Supreme Court said that Trump could implement the rule, and that's when it took effect on February 24th. So this is the second time this exact same scenario is playing out. I think this one's going to carry more weight and last longer, because the whole point of this court's decision this week was that how just needless and unwarranted and cruel implementation of the public charge order was during a pandemic. I mean, basically the effect, you can't make this stuff up, man. It's just incredible. The effect of this public charge rule is to discourage immigrants from going and collecting insurance, paying for their medical bills, you know, any kind of government benefits that they might receive, including any kind of hospital care, medical relief. It can be used against them when they apply for the green card. So what's the effect? Immigrants obviously were not going to get checked. They weren't getting tested. They were staying out of the hospitals. And I don't know if anyone's following, but the Hispanic population is about the hardest hit of all of our populations in terms of who's being affected by COVID. So, you know, the public charge rule had the effect of discouraging the hardest hit community in our country from going and being tested and being checked and being treated. Makes a lot of sense, as everything that the Orange Guide does. So the court they actually made a very reasonable determination that this is probably not the best time to implement the public charge rule like this, which discourages people from going to the hospital and seeing a doctor. Yeah, it's pretty logical decision on my part, in my opinion. But bottom line is, I don't see that being overturned. Even if it does go to, it's going to be appealed. You know that. These guys, they don't care. You know, the effect. I mean, that's obvious from everything that they do. But I think this time around, Circuit Court should affirm, and I think that the Supreme Court will back it up for as long as the COVID pandemic, as long as there's a national health warning out there. I think that the public charge rule will be stayed. But all of that said, you need to follow the 944. It's going to, especially if Trump wins, it's coming back no matter what. If Biden wins, as I said, you'll never see it again, I think. It'll be according to his plank. And again, I suggest everybody out there who's interested, go and take a look at Biden's immigration policy. Just Google Biden immigration, and you'll see all the great things that he's planning on doing, restoring order to the immigration system. But if Biden becomes president, this public charge rule will go away. So one strong reason to vote against this guy.
All right, let me jump in here and give out the phone number and also ask the people to do a few things for us. Once again, folks, If you're just joining us, this is a special edition of the Cruisin with the Case Handler, Adam Handler, who is a top personal injury attorney here in the tri-state area. And remember, if you ever get hurt in an accident, you need to reach out to him. We call him the Shark sometimes, we call him the Case Handler, and it's the same number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. However, I want to take 30 seconds out to remind everyone that's listening to us on 93.5 FM to share the dial with someone else. Tell them, text them and let them know that we're on answering immigration questions. That's one. I want everyone that's on Facebook right now, please, we're asking each of you to share to at least 10 pages or more. In other words, 10 of your friends or people in groups, join some groups and share the link that you're actually watching right now. All right. So once again, that is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. I do have a couple of questions for the attorneys today. All right. But we did not get to a lot of questions yesterday, and I will be getting to, I just want to ask one question and then we'll get into a special question that I have for the attorneys. But once again, folks, if you want a free phone consultation, everybody that's watching right now, as a matter of fact, before we even get to the questions, all right, everyone that wants to speak with the attorney for free, I mean, 100% free. You will not pay a dime. It's a phone consultation. You must call before the top of the hour. Call right now. The number is 844-774-3529. You're guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen, you're guaranteed, a consultation for free over the phone with one of the attorneys. The number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Call for that free phone consultation on immigration and even personal injury, because we got the top man, Adam Handler, dealing with that. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you reach out and, of course, speak with one of the attorneys. Now,
I just want to give a PS. Remember, that we talked about this court case, which is affecting the Department of Homeland Security, but it also affects the American consulates. So if you're going for an interview at an American consulate, they're not going to be able to ask you about health insurance and public charge while this court case is in effect. Back to you, Squeeze.
Thank you so much. And that's the general, folks. That's the man, probably the most knowledgeable immigration attorney in this hemisphere. Make no mistake. You should not go with any other firm. Make no mistake. After you get that free phone consultation, you should hire these attorneys. They're the best in the business. They can't say it because they're not allowed to, but I am saying it because I've seen what it is that they have done. Let's get to a quick question here. Well, it's not so quick. Hi there. I am wondering if someone could please help me. I entered the USA at the end of February on a K-1 visa and married my partner within 90 days. I filed for my adjustment of status along with the other appropriate forms in June. Since then, I have heard nothing. The check has not been cashed. I finally got through to a representative today who has said that the application was denied